Welcome to Nav Classes. Today we discuss about human resource development's functions in detail. So, firstly, must subscribe and ring the bell with it so that you will get all notifications as and when I upload my new lecture. So, let's start with our today's lecture. Human resource development can be standalone function or it can be one of the primary function within the human resource management department. Very important thing here to be noted is human resource development functions were identified by McLagan. Pat McLagan sought to identify HRD roles and competences needed for an effective human resource development functions. Okay, this question may arise in your future exams, so must note this. This ASTD study documented a shift from more traditional training and development topics to the function that includes broader concept of career development, organizational development as well. Okay, traditionally we were discussing human resource as just for the training and development of employees, but now it enters into broader concept as organizational development OD and career development CD. The original HR wheel from McLagan identified three primary human resource development functions: A. Training and development, B. Organizational development, C. Career development. So now we are going to discuss them in greater detail. Training and development, often abbreviated as T&D, focused on changing or improving KSAs. This is abbreviation for knowledge, skill and attitude of individuals. KSAs. First we will discuss about training and then we will discuss about development. Training typically involves providing employees the knowledge and skills needed to do a particular job through the attitude change. Through attitude change may also be attempted. For example, in sexual harassment training, etc. Development activities, in contrast, have longer focus on preparing the future work responsibilities while also increasing the capacity of employees to perform the current tasks. Training and development activities begin when employee enters in the organization, usually in the form of employee orientation and skills training. Which type of skills are to be imparted to the employee? Employee orientation is the process by which new employee learns the organizational values and norms, establish the working relationships, how to work in the groups or individually, and learn how to function within their jobs more efficiently. Skills and technical training programs to teach the new employee a particular skill, to do a particular task only. So this is narrow concept. Then there is coaching process. Once new employee have become proficient in their jobs, then human resource development activities should focus on more developmental activities, specifically like coaching and counseling. In coaching, individuals are encouraged to accept responsibilities for their actions. Under counseling, techniques are used to help employees deal with personal problems. They may interfere with their achievement of their goals. The problems which were taking them back to doing a particular job or achieving the goals, we are going to correct those problems. Personal problems may come into that. Counseling programs may address such issues as stress management, smoking habits, fitness, nutrition, weight control. So these are the personal problems which are taking into consideration under counseling techniques. If we consider human resource development, it is preparing for the future responsibilities as we already discussed while increasing the capacity to perform current tasks. HRD professionals are also responsible for coordinating management, training and development. Okay, programs to ensure that managers and supervisors have the knowledge and skills necessary to effective in their positions. So this is for managers and supervisors. These programs may include supervisory training, job rotations, seminars, college and universities courses. Now we go to our next one, organizational development. Organizational development is defined as the process of enhancing the effectiveness of an organization. Here we are enhancing organization's effectiveness. Under training and development, we were enhancing trainees or workers or employees effectiveness. Here we are enhancing organizational effectiveness and well-being of its members through planned interventions that apply behavioral science concept. Okay, so here behavioral science concepts comes. Organizational development OD emphasize both macro and micro organizational changes. So here we can think about that HRD plays the role of change agent. This is the change agent function of HRD. HRD professional involves in an OD interventions. We are calling them OD interventions, organizational development interventions. Why interventions? Because because HRD is going to intervene in organizations activities. Okay, so these are called interventions. Is generally to function as change agent. Facilitating change often requires counseling with and advising the line managers on strategies that can be used to affect desired change. Human resource development professional may also become directly involved in carrying out intervention strategy by such means as facilitating a meeting of employees responsible for planning and implementing the actual change process. So this term is important, that HRD functions as change agent to intervene in organizational development. Career development. Career development is the ongoing process by which individuals progresses through series of stages, each of which is characterized by relatively unique set of issues, themes and tasks. Career development involves two distinct processes such as career planning, career management. Career planning involves activities performed by individuals, often with the assistance of counselors and others, whereas career management involves taking necessary steps to achieve the plan and generally focus on what an organization can do to foster employees' career development. This is strong relationship between career development and training and development activities. Career plans can be implemented at least in part through an organization's training programs. Here is the last but very important function of HRD, that is new learning and performance wheel. It is learning and performance wheel which is new because it includes more criteria than the first which was made by McLagan. So here we are discussing about it. It is very important to consider. So in this decade, ASTD sponsored another study of trend affecting human resource development and skills or competencies that are required human resource development professions. As part of this study, remember this name which I am saying, Paul Banthal, Paul Paul Banthal, Bernthal. This is very important name, which he sponsored this new learning performance wheel, and his colleagues developed new learning and performance wheels. There are several things which are to be noted about this wheel. If we consider that, firstly we describe the below one. Okay, business strategy should be the hub at the center. Here if we see the center, there is business strategy. This one, business strategy is the hub. Okay, and center of all human resource development efforts. So all human resource development efforts are going to go in business strategy line. Okay, what is the strategy of business? We are going to do all human resource development's efforts in this direction. Second is upper right portion. This upper right portion spokes depict traditional human resource management functions, as we already discussed HRM functions in our previous lecture. Okay, so third is about lower one. Lower right spokes portray how other organizational disciplines are major drivers of organization functions such as sale, production, finance. Finally, most importantly for our purpose is left side of the performance wheel, which depicts expanded view of human resource development. You can still see the core function of training and development, career development, career management, managing organizational change and development, which were presented by McLagan in his wheel. Now these are also depicted here in this wheel, new learning performance wheel. However, there is an increased emphasis on learning and performance rather than primarily training and development. Indeed, functions such as managing organizational change and organizational knowledge are considerably broader than what has traditionally been viewed as the domain of human resource development. We think this expanded wheel provides an excellent picture of what human resource development is and how it fits with other organizational functions. It also complements on ongoing discussions considering the parameters of human resource development as the value added by research and practices in this area. Okay, so next we expand upon the notion of business strategy. Here the business strategy is in the center, we already discussed, as the hub of the wheel. Discussing critical through often underdeveloped linkage between strategic management and human resource development. So we are going to discuss this strategic management and human resource development in detail in our next lectures. Okay, so business strategy is key driver of all these learning performance wheel. So here we end up with our today's lecture. Next we are going to discuss about critical issues in human resource development. These are the critical issues. This will be our next lecture. So keep watching Nav Classes. Please like, subscribe and share my videos. Ask your friends to come and subscribe so that they can also come in this discussion zone and you can ask more questions. If you have any query, you can ask here in comment section. Thank you.